Okay, we are sharp at 2 p.m. Hello, everybody. My name is Salah Hamideh, and I'm from Sonobek University. I am here today to give you a very warm welcome to the 2021 Researchers Meeting. This is our opening session, so let me just tell you that we are very excited to have every one of you here and welcoming all of you to this meeting. Those of you who are the first timers at the Researchers Meeting, those of you who are coming to this meeting for many, many years now, those of you who stayed after the workshop, those of you who are joining us fresh, and most importantly, we are very excited to have all of you participating from all over the world. And that's something that our virtual platform has allowed us to do. This welcome comes from me. I was the chair of the organizing committee, but also from the entire organizing committee for the Researchers Meeting, from the International Sociological Association's Research Committee on Disasters. It's on behalf of the CONVERGE facility and our Natural Hazard Center colleagues and friends. This year, our focus is on a very, very important topic. How could I tell? Because of the outpouring interest and the very, very unprecedented number of abstracts that we received this year in response to this call. So we decided to focus on the advances in longitudinal disaster recovery research. Just to give you a little bit of background and kind of get you excited, prepared for what's coming in the next day and a half. In this year's meeting, we are going to highlight methodological frontiers and advances in longitudinal disaster recovery research with a very clear focus on recovery. But we will also focus on empirical, theoretical, and all the modeling advances that have happened in the past few decades in this field. We know from not just our studies, but our experiences that disasters are affecting many, many more communities on a much more frequent basis. And our field has come to this understanding now that it's so important to follow these communities, not just for a short term after disasters, but try to understand the complex unfoldings of cascading impacts and failures sometimes, to be honest, in disaster recovery. So what you will see and hear, and we will hopefully learn all together in the next day and a half from all of these amazing research papers that have been submitted and will be presented, are going to be answers to a few questions. For example, what kind of major progress we have made in qualitative, quantitative, and mixed method studies that have a longitudinal long-term focus after disasters? What are some of the longitudinal data sets that have been put together, or there are possibilities for building longitudinal data sets for this kind of research? And also, very importantly, to give you another example, what we have learned and what can we learn as we move forward with long-term disaster recovery research from multidisciplinary, comparative, or cross-cultural research that has been done, and we should plan and design more of those in the future. So these are just a couple of examples of the things that we are hoping to cover in the next few day and a half. And we are very much looking forward to hear from every one of you. If you're presenting or not, there are many, many ways to engage and share your experiences and lessons with us. I am going to hand it over to our wonderful Sabine, who is going to tell us about some logistics.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sabine, and I co-chaired again this year with Sarah, and I am going to follow up with a few logistics for the researchers meeting. So today's portion of the researchers meeting will consist of two really amazing plenary sessions on the theme that Sarah just described. And then the rest of tomorrow will be jam-packed with a full day of concurrent sessions. So when you're checking out the schedule online, please remember that all of the times listed here are in Mountain Daily Time. And just following Lori's comments at the workshop, we're trying our best to start and end on time. So for those who are presenting and those who are moderating, please make sure to start and end your presentations on time and your sessions on time, because we've noticed over the past few years that this makes a really huge difference, especially because the researchers meeting only has 15-minute breaks in between sessions. And then like Sarah said, we've had an overwhelming number of submissions here. So all of these sessions are jam-packed with presentations. And then finally, most importantly, try to have fun with it, engage with each other as much as possible over this virtual environment. So I'll turn it over to Bill, who'll take us away with the next set of presentations.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the researchers meeting for 2021. My name is Bill Lovekamp, and I'm honored to serve as the current president of the International Sociological Association's Research Committee on the Sociology of Disasters. Thank you so much to the Hazard Center for hosting the meeting, and Sarah and Sabine, thank you both so much also for everything that you've done serving as chairs, and to the entire organizing committee for all of your hard work and your dedication to these meetings. And finally, thanks to all of you, our presenters, our moderators, and our participants for making this meeting such a great success. I look forward to hearing from many of you, as many of you as I can over the next day and a half. Now, I do have one special recognition to share with all of you before I go. And I'm excited to announce the recipients of the 2021 President's Service Award with you all, which is given for exceptional and sustained leadership to the profession and to our research committee. And so I am very pleased to announce here for the very first time, and I'm forever grateful to this year's recipients, Sky Hung and Tristan Wu. And Sky is an assistant professor in the Department of Emergency Management at Jacksonville State University. And Tristan is an associate professor of emergency management and disaster science at the University of North Texas. Now, most importantly, and Lori and I have worked very closely with Tristan and Sky over the last several years with all of this. They serve as our co-editors for the Research Committee's journal, the International Journal of Mass Emergencies and Disasters. So Tristan and Sky, and I know you're both here today because I've seen you on here. Your hard work and your dedication to the journal has been absolutely invaluable. And while much of the work does go on behind the scenes, our hope here is that this award acknowledges your commitment and your tireless efforts as the editors. You're both model scholars, you're amazing journal editors, and you're incredible human beings. And I and our entire board are truly thankful to both of you. So congratulations.
Nice. Thank you so much for that, Bill. And just echoing the congratulations to Tristan and Sky. The International Journal of Mass Emergencies and Disasters has been around for decades, and under their leadership, the journal has continued to absolutely thrive. And so congratulations, Tristan and Sky. And I just wanted to say hello to all of you, to those who are transitioning over from the workshop, to those who are just attending the researchers meeting this week. We are so glad you're here. We know Zoom fatigue is real. And so thank you for the time and commitment that you're dedicating to this additional day and a half. My name is Lori Peak, and I'm the director of the Hazard Center here in the CONVERGE facility at the University of Colorado Boulder. And it's been my honor to work with Bill through the Research Committee on Disasters and to work alongside Sarah and Sabine and to witness their incredible leadership in the planning for this meeting. And we just wanted to make sure and offer a special note of gratitude to the National Science Foundation, whose funding to the Natural Hazard Center and to the CONVERGE facility helped to make this researchers meeting possible. And while the funding support is of course much appreciated, we also really want to underscore that it's the commitment of the NSF to make sure that the researchers have this extra day and a half after the workshop to stay on, to share our in progress as well as recently completed research that has made all the difference. And as Walt Peacock shared last night, we think this meeting has been going on for nearly 30 years now, but we're going to have to confirm exactly when the meeting did start with Walt, when we can get a little more history from him. Sarah, next slide, please. So as you can see from this slide, the registration numbers for this meeting have been growing by leaps and bounds over recent years. And there are many explanations for why we think this is so, but one thing is absolutely clear, that this online environment has allowed more people from more places around the world to participate in this meeting than ever before. And so as you can see, in 2020, the first year we were ever online due to the pandemic, we had 507 people register. This year we're a close second in terms of the largest meeting in our history, with 479 of you from, again, across the United States and around the world who are joining us for this meeting. And so we are so grateful for your participation and your registration in the meeting. And then next slide, please, Sarah. Finally, I just wanted to make sure that we recognize all of the members of the Researchers Meeting Program Organizing Committee, who you can see here. And so Kyle Breen, Emily Laidlaw, Alicia Provencio, Yolanda Lin, Olivia Villa, and Chile Zhao. They have done so much work. As Sabine and Sarah alluded to, we received an unprecedented number of abstracts this year. And so they did so much work in reviewing those abstracts and then putting this program together that we're going to have the opportunity to take part in the next day and a half. So tremendous thanks to the organizing committee, and a special thanks to Sarah Hamadeh and Sabine Luce. Sarah and Sabine, this is their second year of leading the organizing of this meeting, and I cannot say enough about how smart, capable, competent, and just plain delightful they are to work with. They take all of our breath away here, and Sarah and Sabine, thank you for the time, effort, thought, and care that you and the entire organizing committee have put into this to make this possible.
Hi,
And
Lori.
so,
Can
yes.
I just jump in really quick? It's come to my attention that for some reason this meeting was capped at 100 participants, so some people didn't get in. So I have now changed the first plenary to a webinar just to make sure we have a 1,000-person capacity. So everybody should be fine going through Feedloop. This is the Zoom link. Can you please share this with all the panelists that will be in the first plenary so they know to switch to this link?
Absolutely, and that was perfect timing, Jennifer Tobin, the wonderful Jennifer Tobin. So what we're going to do, we have a couple of minutes now. Let's go ahead, everybody grab that Zoom link, please. The next plenary is going to start at 2:15 Mountain Time. So let's transition over there, and I will get in touch with the plenary speakers right now. So thank you, everybody, so much. Have a great meeting.